but let's go first. Close. Damn it! Before I I want to switch off my camera. How do I switch it off actually? Ugh, sasa simniambie mtu ana switch off hii kitu aje. Sasa mnataka kuniambia mtakuwa mnaniona. Hi LJ, sasa mrembo, poa sana. Poa sana, poa sana, poa sana. Oh damn it. How can I switch off this thing? Sasa niipake mafuta ama itabidi tupake mafuta. Guys, join my YouTube channel. It's Curie Trades. That is where I'm going to be doing the analysis. I trade SMC. Let me share my screen. Yeah, sharing. Go back to YouTube. You guys can actually get the chance to see me. Yeah, better. I love your smile. Thank you. So, guys, I'm going live on my YouTube channel as Curie Trades. I'm going live on YouTube as Curie Trades. You're going to be starting in a few. What's the page? Curie Trades on YouTube. Curie Trades on YouTube. It's Curie Trades on YouTube. It's Curie Trades on YouTube. Yeah, I'm going live on YouTube. I'm going live on YouTube. So as we wait some few people to join in, there's so much going on with the US and Venezuela and all those things. So you need to be very, very updated of whatever will happen. You need to be very much well and updated. Okay, guys. So we are live on YouTube. We are doing the analysis live on YouTube. We are doing the analysis live on YouTube. We are doing the analysis live on YouTube, by the way. And my account name is Curie Trades. Name is Curie Trades. I want to show you guys something interesting. Hi Curie. Hi Anto. I want to start with JPY. Please confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can see my screen. Yes, perfect. So if you are live here on my TikTok, I'm live on YouTube as Curie Trades. Okay. So what you're actually going to be doing, we are going to be analyzing the market, and I'm going to be starting off with JPY baskets and show you guys something interesting, and I'll even start with the yearly candle so that you get to see that is 12 months. When you look at this candle, the JPY basket, you'll see this market bought first and then it gave us a very cute sell to the downside. You'll realize something. This market didn't take this liquidity at that level, which is the the yearly liquidity, and also it did not take that one. So the market for 2025 did not take either of the liquidities last year. Okay, so now we already know that. So you know this year the market will take either the sell side or the buy side liquidity. Let us see the charts. No, I'm live on YouTube, so join YouTube as Curate Trades. Join YouTube as Curate Trades. Um, then we just move directly to weekly time frame. I'm starting with JPY basket because I really like JPY pairs, and they really give us very nice movement in the markets, you know. So yep, so where we put the line is here. No, sorry guys, I should have changed the sorry, I should have changed the color. This green is on here, so I should have changed this color. Weekly there. So this market was not able to take out this liquidity at this level here. So what I'm actually expecting right now for this market, before even anything happens, it, it's for it to do this. Come take out this liquidity, and maybe it might give us a pullback to buy before we continue with the sell. So remember, JPY basket acts opposite with JPY basket. So right now we know for any JPY basket, we are looking mostly for buys because we're expecting this market to take out this liquidity down here. Because when JPY basket is selling for any JPY pairs, you're looking for buys. So I'll start off USD JPY. I think right now USD JPY might be my favorite currency to trade on, honestly. Okay, this chart is already analyzed. I want to use a clear chart so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Sorry, I want to use one. There we go. So this is weekly time frame, and you can also see on this particular case we have two weekly liquidities which are yet to be taken out. That liquidity there and this liquidity here. So I am now focused to looking for buys on this market because you can see the weekly time frame is bullish. So we go to daily time frame. So this is technically what we call top-down analysis. You're starting from higher time frame to lower time frame to look for an entry. So you can also see on daily time frame this market is on such cute uptrend. So we move again to 4 hours time frame. We move to lower, that is 4 hours time frame, as you can see here. So now guys, this is where the catch is. Number one, you need to know where your inducements is in this particular market. You also need to mark your order blocks. So you'll start off to mark this order block at this place here, and I'll also mark this order block here. And then I'll allow you guys to decide which order block should we follow in this case. And also we need to be sure that this down here is not liquidity. Let's see there. So I did not mark the order blocks on daily time frame, so I can just go back to confirm. Yeah, we are good. So we are okay. So I move back to my 4 hours. What is JPY basket? JPY basket is technically the Japanese currency. The way we have DXY, and DXY is the US dollar currency. The screen is on my YouTube channel as Curie Trades. So you see, this is another block, this is another block here. I've not marked the low. Sorry, I've not marked this order block here. Chini vizuri. Let me just do it right now. Remove, delete. So this one here at that level, like that. So what happens? So in this case, you'll find someone will want to pick an entry here. But me as the conservative trader that I am, I'll pick the entry from here. Reason being, this zone here is an inducement because we have this imbalance which was created in this particular case. And then now when we see all these, so where is your entry? Your entry is at 50% of your order block down below here, because the market has to come back. Take out your inducement and also mitigate the order block. So I'll be picking my entry at 50%. So I'll just come here and move this one like that, so that I'm able to know where to put my long positions like that. And then your stop loss, remember your stop loss should be at least 10 pips away from any low, to just make sure you're not liquidated out of the market. So I'll just move it kidogo hapo, just below your zone nicely. And then if you are a swing trader, let me show you your first this is where our liquidity is, right? But you can't tell me you'll just be looking forward to take um, this full take profit without taking partials. So what does that mean? That means our first take profit will actually be where we have this order block here. So let's even see how many pips are those. These are good pips. That is 130 pips. That is 1 is to 3. 1 is to 3. So that will be your first take profit. Your second take profit is up here. Your your third take profit will be at that high, and then the last take profit here. It means in this market you have 4 take profits. So I can just put the line, first line here, second line here. So inamaanisha if you're entering with 0.4, you actually enter with 4 positions, 0.1, 4 of them. And now you put your take profits differently. So for the first position, you put your TP here, your second one, your third one, your fourth one. This helps you to actually take partial profits. And in case the market reverses before it hits your final take profits, you'll not get out of this market empty-handed. You also need to know when this market goes at least 100 pips, you should move your stop loss from down here to your entry, because remember the market is how do you call it, uncertain. Yeah, so you just need to be careful. Will you share to us? The recording will be on YouTube, so if you want to join in, you can just join. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. So that is it on USD JPY. That's it on USD JPY. Then let's move to GBP JPY. I don't like how GJ is looking right now, but it doesn't hurt to just look at how that market looks. Remember, I'm focusing on buys because we say always trade the trend of the market. When you get the trend right, your analysis will also be right. So this is daily time frame for you. As you can see, let me just delete everything on this chart, remove 14. So you can see this market is on a very clean uptrend on daily time frame. So I can just move to 4 hours. Remember, when you're trading mostly JPY pairs, inducements are very nicely respected in this market. And you'll actually realize this market has almost a similar structure with the USD JPY, but there's a catch. This market created this imbalance here, which is almost on every GBP pair, by the way, this one here. And then for you to just begin, I want to show you guys, this market also created this gap here. The market did not fully fill this order at this place, and all this now becomes our inducement in this particular case. I cannot call this an inducement. Reason being, you can see that the next candle did not really engulf the previous candle. Show the chart. The chart is shown on my YouTube channel. YouTube channel name is Curie Trades. So as you can see, this is what is happening. So my entry is here. You're not even struggling in this case. And if this market breaks below here, this will be change of character. So we don't expect the market to break below this zone here. So you just put that one there, your lane, and then I change it to red to show that is where the danger is. And then my entry at my inducement. I know most people will be picking an entry here, but me as a conservative trader, I'll pick my entry at the inducement level down below here. So we just come, put my, and the only problem sometimes I don't take GJ trades is the stop loss is just too big. Like this one is 93 pips. For USD JPY is like 40 at a maximum. So I would rather go for USD JPY than go for GJ in this case because the stop loss is just too big. 91 pips, that's too much. But let's see if any other GJ pair at a GJ JPY pair can give us an entry. So let's look at AUD JPY. I like AUD JPY of late, it really behaves. Cheni muone. Cheni hata tuanze na weekly. Or by the all JPY pairs, they're on a very cute cute uptrend, as you can see, as you guys can see. I've not yet checked UNGU. I'm still going there. You can see this market is on a very nice cute uptrend. Some people will say this is change of character, which is true on weekly time frame, and then we can now narrow down to daily time frame. Can narrow down to daily time frame. In this case, this is the only unmitigated order block in this case. Let me just label it, but I know in case this market breaks this level, sorry guys, let me delete that. In case this market just breaks this level here, this will be change of character on higher time frame, because daily time frame is such a big time frame, because you can clearly see it is creating higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This was the previous higher low, and it already gave us a break of structure at this particular level here. So to give us this break structure here like that. So now we would want to go to forward time frame. There. So entry yako iko in between somewhere here. Let's see. This market on forwards give us this break of structure here. So this will be a very perfect inducement, because tukiamua to take our entry from this level, your stop loss is still down here, meaning this is where your inducement is on 4 hours time frame. And you realize I'm using 4 hours. The reason I'm using 4 hours is because inducements on JPY pairs are really respected on 4 hours. When you're using when you're trading USD pairs, mostly you're using 1 hour time frame to look for your inducements and also to check where the market might cause manipulations and all that. So your entry is here. This stop loss looks like too big, it's also too big. And the risk to reward doesn't make sense. This one has 1:2, which doesn't make sense. So that means USD JPY wins for us tonight on JPY pairs. USD JPY is the only pair. But now USD JPY might change direction due to the fundamental news taking place. So let's see if CHF will give us anything. Because I feel GJ and AUD JPY, that stop loss is just too big. You cannot enter the market to risk 98 pips on a currency. I mean, utakufa broke bana. So this is where your previous low is. This is where your previous low is. But remember, when you're putting your stop loss will not be here. It should be below hapa, because hapa kuna haka imbalance. Looks like a hidden imbalance, to just be safe. So it should just be below that candle hapa. So your entry, let's see if we have this order block here, but it looks like a mitigated order block. So this one you can just narrow down to 1 hour to just be sure whatever we are doing. You just need to be a bit sure of whatever we are doing in this market. And I know some people will say, will this market ever get to your entry? Remember, for you to win in the markets, you have to be a consistent person. Share your chart. My chart is on YouTube channel. My YouTube is Curie Trades. That is where you'll see my chart. That is where I have shared the charts. So when you look at these markets at this zone, we will see this is like a bit of mitigated order block here, but you'll realize there's this small imbalance which was created here. Guys, like getting to see everything in the market is very fundamental, by the way. For you need to know where is your order blocks, where is your inducements, where is your imbalances, and everything that is there in the market. You also need to be very careful of how you're looking at your market structure, because that is the first thing that you look at. So let's go back to 4 hours time frame. We're just narrowing down so that you're able to see. This is it. So you see, this is the order block that I was talking about. And you'll see what we are getting as an entry on 1 hour is inside this order block here. There's also a probability that this market might not get to this level. The market might get here and leave. So you also need to know the probabilities in the market, because this is also an entry up here. So what we do is, here as a trader, I would rather wait down here than entering here. Because if you enter up here, the stop loss is 134. If you wait for these markets here, it's just 71. Oh my, those pips are too much. But there are people who have higher risk. So what does that mean? I'll just put, I'm sure kuna people watatengia, so let me just put the long position. And then your take profit should technically just be above here where you have your liquidity, that level. You guys will be surprised to see this market might get to our entry on Tuesday or Wednesday. You never know. Okay, so this is where we're expecting the market to give us this pullback and then boom. But remember, you also have to pick. You have to pick. How do you call them? Partial profits inside the market. You cannot just, like, you're entering this market here for 100 pips and you're not even taking partials when this market is moving. At least your first take profit should be at least at 1:2.5 RAR. Okay, so let's move to another pair. JPY pairs, we all know they are very bullish right now. So we can move to Euro pairs. Let's look at Euro card. I don't like this pair, but it's not a bad pair. I don't like it, but it's not a bad pair either. So we start from higher time frames to just confirm what is the trend. This is weekly. Weekly is not really clear because this looks like an uptrend, but on this, around this level is not clear. So we can just move to daily time frame. On daily time frame, let's see what we have. Let's see if this is a real chart or not on this level. One of the candles closed below, so meaning this is a change of character at that level, meaning we are looking for sales in this market. So you can move back to 4 hours time frame. My only problem with this pair will be that the stop loss will be too big, because technically, regardless of where you enter this market, let me go back to daily time frame. This was the previous low, so lower high is somewhere here, lower low. So your stop loss should be here. Let me just mark it there. That is where your stop loss should be on daily. Let me go back now and forward so that we can now get the entry. So any other block, anything we can see in this particular case. Okay. We have this big imbalance. Let's see. I honestly don't have an entry for this, but I just don't like how it looks. Because you can't tell me, okay, we have this rejection block. This is a rejection block up here. So there's a possibility that this market might come back here and go down. But also the probability of this market coming back here and breaking this zone is also high. Because the market on monthly time frame is on an uptrend. And now the market on lower time frame is on a downtrend. So this pair doesn't, like, you want to trade a pair which is marrying each other, like the time frames marry each other from higher time frame to lower time frame as you move. In case as you move, if you have a question, just type in will this be posted? Yes, I'll post the video here, don't worry. Euro JPY, I'll look at it. You'll help me know what inducement is. You can join my Forex classes. They're starting on the 12th of January. They're only going for £100. And mitigated or be combined with FIB works magic. Honestly, for me, FIB doesn't work, but for you, you can go for it. There's no strategy which doesn't work in the market. Why don't you do counter trading? Because I believe trading the trend of the market is what will give you money, rather than just trading for the case of it. Euro AUD. Let me tell you guys, I divorced AUD pairs in my third day of trading. This AUD almost killed me. AUD almost killed the hell out of me. So look guys, why I'm saying I think right now Euro pairs have not really formed some nice moves because look also on Euro AUD. The market was clearly on weekly time frame. This market is on an uptrend. And then on lower time frame, even if we were to move on 1 hour, 1 day, you'll find that this trend is not marrying each other. Look, I think this was during the Christmas period or something. So this market is technically consolidating. My rule number one is do not trade a consolidating market. You can see this market is consolidating. We can even go to 4 hours time frame. I want to show you what I mean when I say the market is consolidating. I know some scalpers will make money out of this market, but as for me, I just want to be sure when I'm trading. Like I want to have reasons why I'm entering a market, and you can tell me this market broke below here. But in case this was really the market broke below this level, it was not supposed to go back again into the consolidation. So that's why for me this market has not yet broken this consolidation, but I'll be looking at it over the week to just see which side will this market break out from, because the breakout is very important for you. So let's say for example, if this market gives you a nice breakout, for example, from the downside, you will expect the market to give you break to the downside, a pullback, and then you go down in a consolidating market. In this case, hii market haistahili kurudi at 50% of the consolidation. Kirudi hapo, that market is consolidating the same thing like what happened here. And in case hii market iamue ita break out from the upside huku juu, so you expect a small pullback and then the market to go up like that. So you just need to be careful of what you're looking at in the market. So that's it on Euro. I don't have an entry on that. GBP. Remember, in the market, I always say do not trade a currency pair which is giving you more than 40 pips stop loss, unless you're looking at how do you call it, at more than 500 pips. Like it's more of you're really position trading in that pair, by the way. So why have I gone to GBP? I wanted to look at Euro JPY. I saw someone asking. I wanted to look at Euro JPY. This pair is on a very clean uptrend on 4 hours time frame. And guys, this is not my favorite pair. This is actually my worst pair in trading. This pair almost traumatized me. Huh? No, it's not Euro JPY, it's GBP. That pair almost traumatized me, man. So I have this other block here. I think these JPY pairs, they almost look alike. And we have this other block down here. So I will be patient enough to wait to enter the market on the lower order block. I look at gold. You guys be patient. Patience pays in the market. Patience, patience, patience. So I would rather wait for this market at this level. The stop loss is also kidogo because it should just be below this level here. The reason why it's let me put it nicely. There. And the reason why this market is below that level is you just need to be a little bit keen, because this market can take you out and still go your way. So this is more of being a little bit careful for the market not to take you out and still to go your way. And remember, these stop losses for people who are not greedy. These are people who are patient in the market. This is a good trade actually. 37 pips. This is okay. Let's see the take profits. This is a good trade because umeona JPY pairs mingi zinatupia two big stop loss. So USD JPY and Euro JPY will be good trades, unless now this JPY decides to change character. So you also need to be careful, guys. You want for this market. Okay, let me give you one trick. Naona hii soko ikifika hapa, you can decide to wait for confirmation. Confirmation mostly inakuanga the 1 hour candle is to close below hii level with a body. Close na week, you can enter, but close below hii level na body itakutoa. So you just also need to sometimes, for some people, sometimes I can decide to just enter the market hivyo kimalamala, but if you are someone who is patient, you can decide to wait for the confirmation. You can also look for change of character on lower time frame. Lower time frame is of 5 minutes, 15 minutes, all that. So that is 0 JPY for you. Let's go to GBP USD. Uh, GBP USD. GBP USD. Yeah, we're just getting to GBP USD. You do trade or swing trading? I mostly day trade GU, EU, nah, gold. Gold actually, I'll call it scalping. And then swing trading and swing these other currencies because currencies will give you nice money when you're swing trading. Are we together? And guys, like my YouTube. I'm here giving you free ideas and you're not even liking. You guys are not serious. So, this is GBPSD for you. Can clearly see this market is on a very clean daily uptrend. Sorry for hours. So I told you mostly I use 1 hour on GU. So I just want to be sure where whatever I'm seeing in this market, I just want to be sure what I'm seeing. So this is 1 hour time frame. Okay. Sorry, we have to go back to 4 hours to just be sure of the, how do you call it, the structure of this market. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So if this market breaks below this level, that will be change of character. So let me also mark this previous structure here. Help me know about inducements. You can join my classes. They're starting on the 12th. They're on 75% off. You can just DM me. So 1 hour time frame. So now this low and this low. These are the lows like which are very key to us in this market. So I need us to now let's mark the other blocks that we are seeing in this case. So we have the first one, which is this one, and then we have this one, and then we have this one. Okay, hizo zote ni inducements zenye tunaona, and then let's see, this inducement is already mitigated as you guys can see here. Unaona hii si ndio ile mitigatiwa when the market came back there, so this is already a mitigated order block, so naweza isongesha tu nyuma. So let's go back to 4 hours time frame to just confirm whatever we are doing is right. Okay, so this is an already mitigated OB. This is on 1 hour, so we are okay on everything that we've marked. We are good. We go back to 1 hour time frame. Now where is our entry? If we enter this market here, our stop loss is still down here, and the probability of this market taking you out is very high. Reason being, even when this market breaks this low here, it will not be change of character. Why? This market has not taken out this high to create another break of structure on the upside, right? You will also note on 1 hour time frame, this is a bit of a change of character. So some people will counter trade and take the sell to the level yenye iko chini, but for me that is a very risky trade, although unaweza take your trade because hii market itakuja around hapa kwa hii imbalance yenye ilicreatiwa hapa, na stop loss yako tu itakuwa just above this high and then boom to the downside. So hapa hii ya sell nayo hata hold for long, take profit yako itakuwa hapa, but if you want to really take the buy, your entry is here at this level. But now the issue is when you're picking the entry from this level, your entry will not be, will not be at 50%. Hii itakuwa at the start of the order block, just to make sure hii market haijashika level yako na ikuache. Yep. So but nimewaambia waiting for confirmation is very necessary. Waiting for confirmation is what? Is very necessary. So wacheni hata niwekee hii counter trade hapa for the risk takers. But this is a very, the possibility of you could trade kukutoa is very high than the buy, by the way. And you also need to know this analysis is we analyzing the market before even like the yearly candlestick may take place just one day. So the current trends of the market might change anytime. So you need to wait for confirmation. This week now confirmations is very important. This week waiting for confirmations is very important because remember we are trading in the start of the opening of a yearly candlestick. Okay, so that's it on GU. Any question on GU? Any question on GU? Then I can move to. Hey, I'm already tired. Oh my god. Euro USD. Euro USD. Euro USD. I've been waiting for Euro USD since last year. Oh, 2025 is already last year. My god. Mhm. Hata kama sijaenda mbali. Have that level, this level here, and then we have this other block which has already been mitigated as you can see. So we can just move back to 1 hour time frame. Shida hii market itakuwa tutaona hivi. Let me just show you guys the one which I've already analyzed. It's here. See this we have an imbalance up here, and then chini yake we have another block, as you can see. So this is now where our entry is. The price is at 1658. I can even remove this line so that it's a bit clean. Let me just confirm how many pips are this. 42. This is okay. This is okay. So this is where my entry is at 65.52. That is where we'll be waiting, and you can see this is where we have the orange line. I don't know if kama nimeanalyze hivi ama nimeonyesha tu. Okay, actually nienda inapea yenye sijaanalyze. I think that will be a bit simpler. Ndio hiyo order block yenye naongelelea. This is the order block that I'm talking about. There is the order block, and then the low is here. There. So that is where your stop loss is. This is where your entry is. Hii hata unaweza ingia kimangoto, but sasa stop loss yako lazima ikuwe below hii level. Hata ukirudi kwa 4 hours, you'll clearly see it. Ndio hii, simnaona. Because this market will check out this low and will think it's change of character, but ukiangalia hapa this market did not create the next BOS. So this is an inducement. So your entry is below that level. Like it's a very clean entry, but hata hii haina mambo mingi. Oneni tu hiyo market irudi kwa hii entry, kupe entry to the upside. I would expect you to continue buying. Okay, let's go to gold and finish. Mi nimechoka. So actually let's go to silver first before we go to gold. I like how silver is moving. Damn it. Oneni tu. For silver, I'm waiting for it to come back to around this level, and then I'll swing silver to the upside. I'm expecting silver will pull back to this level. I don't know if I'm Delulu, but I know Delulu is Solulu, so it's okay to be Delulu, but I'm expecting silver to pull back to, and hata ikikosa kufika kwa hiyo level, it will reach around here. So I can even take my entry at 55, 57. And my stop loss, this now will have to be a big stop loss because it's I'm planning to swing it to uko $200. But yeah, this is what I'm expecting. This market to pull back to this level and then buy. That is me. But this is a long-term trade. But for people who are looking on weekly analysis, for me honestly, I don't do day trading on silver. Only do swing trading on silver. So I better wait. So let's go on gold. Let's go on gold. Let's look at gold. Okay, hii chart ni chafu. Let's try another cleaner chart. 43.28. Okay, I think I can remove the lines. No, can't remove my lines. No. Let me just remove some of the lines so that it's a bit clear. If you have a question, by the way, you can ask as I try to edit my chart to be a bit clean. You can ask. For me, I'm waiting for gold to give me a pullback to this level before gold continues to buy. This is a long-term view. Please, I'm not saying tomorrow gold will wake up and sell to this level. No. What I am saying is I expect the market to give me a pullback to this level, either 40.84 or 40.45. And now the stop loss is also big because your stop loss should technically be below around this level, because this is where the market started to buy before giving us any pullback. Na sahi ndio market imetupia pullback. But for tomorrow, let's look at day trading and how do you call it, and scalping. So remember, we're just looking at 1 hour. Gold nayo, if you're not swing trading, you're just using some smaller time frames here. So I want to show you guys a very interesting thing on gold. This market gave us this change of character here, and then right now this market has given us uh, this break of structure here, meaning this is our lower low, lower high. So we are looking for an entry around this zone here. So let's narrow down to a lower time frame. Let's narrow down to a lower time frame. Some people will call this church, but for me, I cannot call it church because before the market got to this level, I knew what it was doing. You know, you want your church to look like this. The markets, you compare church in a car hivi. See market, ianze consolidate at a level here. That is not a church. That is an inducement. So we are concentrating at this level. So I'll pull my chart to be a bit bigger. This market already mitigated this order block here. It did not take out this liquidity, so we know this market should sell, but tunatafuta sales from wapi? Let's go to a lower time frame, guys. Maybe I scalp gold, and that's why I look at 200 pips when I get into a trade. So hii soko ilifanya aje? Ndio hii ilitupia choch ingine at this level hapa. So hii market sha pull back hapa, but do you know, if in case this market breaks above this level here, there, kesho what will happen mostly ni hii market ikibreak ka pull back to hapo or to the upside, or the market to come back to this imbalance, and these imbalances, the inducement mostly zinakwanga clear on 2 minutes. Hapo ndio unasikianga wewe kama hujalipia trading view ni shauri yako. I actually don't expect if you trade gold to not to have paid for your trading view, by the way. So this is where your entry will be, depending on how the market wakes up kesho. That's a very clean inducement on 2 minutes. Na hapo ndio utapatanga but why don't you show the screen of you speaking? The screen is shown on my YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel name is Curie Trades. So this is where your imbalance is. So what do you expect? The market to pick an entry from here, and you can see this is where your liquidity level is lying, at this level. This is where your liquidity is lying. This is where your imbalance is lying. So this is where your entry is. This is where your stop loss is. Because if this market breaks this level, hiyo si yako, nayo hiyo imeenda. So there are two instances in these markets. Either the market breaks above this level na iendelee kwenda juu, ama this market does this, breaks above that level and comes back to your inducement and goes up. So what does that mean? That means you have to wait for a confirmation at this level before you pick your entry here. And the confirmation mostly is an order block on either 3 minutes or 5 minutes time frame, and also how the market opens. Kumbuka, mostly this is an entry which you'll get during Asian session, most probably. This is an Asian entry. Also, this market might decide, due to the Venezuela, US and all the things which are happening, for the market to drop, because I will really in a way, I am expecting dollar to gain value through all this that is happening. You might wake up and the market will do what? Will dump. So what I'm actually talking about is you have to wait for the market to give you confirmation, more so for the first 1 hour of the market. The market opens at 7 a.m. Malaysian time. 7 a.m. is what time in Kenya? Is it 1 or 2? I think, if I'm not sure, but that is 7 a.m. So between 7 and 8, just let the market do its thing before doing anything. In that case, you'll have a better bias of whatever will happen in the market. So these are the three instances which might take place in this market. Also, you need to know this market is on a downtrend. You might not even get the entries because you'll be asleep. So we'll be looking for an entry from somewhere here. And you'll see the entry that we have is here, 4400. I'm not really sure if this market will come back here, to be honest. I really doubt this market will come back here. So there's a very big probability that hii market itaendelea kudump to the downside. Na in case you get kwanza hii market ikibreak below this level on 3 minutes time frame, just wait for the market to give you a pullback to just to that level and then you target this low, 42.74. You guys will see tomorrow. These are the only instances which can happen with gold right now, because I really don't think this market will come back here, but you never know. The market is the market. So I would expect that market to do this. If it breaks below here, remember you're using 3 minutes in this case because you're scalping. I mean, this is technically scalping, and your stop loss is on your BOS, the previous break of structure in that case. Okay. Kindly do your desire. I look at it. I'd like to go through this live. Kindly upload it after. I will, James. I'll upload it. Don't worry. So you see, so if in case it breaks below here, just use 3 minutes and do what? Get your entry and enter the market. It's just like that. Like there's no much doubts because let me show you guys. If you're actually scalping and you're using 3 minutes, you'll make good money in the market. Let me show you. I was on the markets on Friday, but I was not trading. Let me show you several entries. More so on, was it on the sales and the buys? I was looking at the market very keenly. Acha tuone market ilifungukia wapi on Friday. Friday. Yeah, the market. This was the no. So the market ilifungukia somewhere. That was Thursday. Wait, okay. Thursday, Friday, 14:33. Why don't we have this market? Doesn't have haina nini between 7 to, we might analyzing the road thing. Haina 7 to 1 a.m. Malaysian time. Let's see. Why doesn't it have that? I just want to confirm. Yeah, that market doesn't have that move between 7. Yeah, you see how guys you can be cooked. You see it doesn't have all these moves. Haina hiyo move yote. What? Let's just confirm kama kitu tumeanalyze ni the same with other brokers. So this is why you are told you need to be careful. Yeah, on this end it's the same at least. Yeah, so we don't need to repeat the yeah, FXCM has that gap and it's big because that's a whole entire session that it doesn't have the chart. Chart yao inafunguka 2:33. That is like 9:30 p.m. No, 9:30 a.m. Kenyan time. So you can see this one has it because you can see it should be Friday. Yeah, 7 a.m. is where the market opened. So there's a very big probability people didn't get this entry or even here. This is what I'm talking about, guys. When we just go to 3 minutes, I want to show you something on 3 minutes. Also, when you're trading gold, that's why these zones are marked for me. That's why here. So look at this market. The first time the market did not close above this zone, and then the next time the market did what? Closed above that zone with a body. And then chini yake hapa it had this a bit of an imbalance here, meaning your entry would have been here. But if you move to 5 minutes, you'll clearly see that entry hata struggle by the way. Ndio hii closed above it very nicely. It's an order block, so technically your entry is there. The stop loss is just below this level hapo. You see, the next entry was here, which was not activated. But when you look at this market, it closed above this zone. Kumaanisha, your next entry should have been on this order block on 5 minutes. When you go to 3 minutes, you should be able to see it very nicely. It's here. You see, this is not an order block here. But when you look at it, the order block which was previously here was already mitigated na hii candle kubwa hapo. But then the market came, broke this zone. The white line means it broke a zone. That's why I have the line. I cannot just go back to the chart. So the entry would have been here, and you just target 200 pips by the way. See, easy peasy. From this zone, although ingekusumbua but at the end of the day ingekupea 200 zako clean, si ndio hiyo? You see, this like I'm just showing you like a simple way to just to look at gold without I'm not viewing your chart. My chart is on my YouTube channel at Curie Trades. So this is just like a simple way to show you what I'm talking about in this case. And then I had this cell here. The red line means danger for me in my chart. By the way, if you see a red line on my chart, is danger, meaning that is where your stop loss is. This was 44.04 where we had our stop loss. And the reason why I was looking at this level for my sell was because it is a 2 minutes inducement. Tukiangalia na huko nyuma. Hiyo I'm sure tuone kama tutaipata sahi. This one here, when we narrow down to 2 minutes tutaipata. When this market started selling, I was not really looking at this sell. I was not in the market. So mnaona hii market ilisell and then the market ilikuwa inasonga ikakupea break of structure lower low, ikaenda ika create the next lower low. So hapo ungepata entry because this is just a pure imbalance. And then hii market ikafanya nini? Ikakupea a lower low and then ika create this these two order blocks because it's not clear on 3 minutes, you narrow to. My phone is almost going off. Let me just put it on charge. Just a few. So so you see, this is what I was talking about. This you can even clearly see this is a very clean order block on 5 minutes. On 3 minutes it's not there. On 5 minutes it's there. So entry yako hata ingekuwa hapa na ingekupea 200 pips. Cheni muone. I want to show you guys. Si ndio hiyo na move moja ingekupea 200. Sure, what I'm trying to say is when you're scalping gold, you just need to know whatever you're doing. Whenever you are just you're looking at the market, you just need to be keen. So that's it on gold. Let me finish up and wrap it up with this desire. Let me finish it up with just desire. It's been so long since I looked at this market. So let me just start on a monthly move. It's on a very clean uptrend on monthly, but I'm sure it's on downtrend on weekly or daily. This pair inasonganga by the way na iko na do. Just desire has money by the way. So rejection block, a very nice sell, and then sorry, I've not gone to daily time frame. Wow, honestly I don't have an entry on this pair. Yeah, nyinyi hata nyinyi niulize hii pair unaamua kuingililia wapi? Okay, when you focus with this zone, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Narrow down to daily time frame to 4 hours. This is your previous high. This is your previous high actually. So where is your entry? Wait. So your entry should be somewhere between here and here. Honestly, mimi sioni entry. I can't see an entry here to be honest. I cannot see an entry. Unless there's someone who sees something on your desire. For me, I cannot see anything on this pair to be honest. I can't see anything that I can say I'll use this to enter the market or not. For that one, for me, is not. I can't see it. I can't see anything there. Any other pair you guys want me to look at before we call it a night? Any other pair? Any other pair? USD card. Okay. USD card. Personally, I don't like USD card honestly, but let's look at it. USD card. Weekly. Uh, a bit of an uptrend. USD CHF. Okay. This market is on a very clean downtrend. Unatafuta entry hapa sasa. Hii market itaifika huku 200 plus. Mi sina maoni hii kitu unless tunitafute buys, na hizo buys zitakuwa somewhere hapa, but sasa they are very risky buys because before your market ifike na huko juu, possibility yako kukosa hiyo entry iko juu. Ukiingilia hiyo hapo, and then your danger zone is below here. Acha tuone ni pips ngapi. Let's see kama ina make sense. Because hiyo market before ipande ikupea entry hiyo ya sell. Si entry mbaya. 62. Hizo ni mingi. Sina maoni kwa hii pair. Honestly, for me, I don't see a good trade on this pair. Because this market, unless this market comes back to this level and you pick the sell from here. See there? It's either it comes here or it comes below it. But also the how do you call them? The stop losses ni kubwa. So ni either ipande ikupea sell ama ishuke ikupea buy. One of the two. One of the two. So USD card. Pengine gani mmesema USD CHF. I'm sure iko na almost the same move with I'm sure it almost has the same move, but let's see. Daily on a very clean downtrend. On a very clean downtrend. It was a bit of consolidating. Isha take out this liquidity. The liquidity yenye take out ni hii ya chini. So let's narrow down to time frame. Nyinyi mnaona nini? Kwa sababu mimi sioni anything hapa. Is it because I don't read this pair or something? Because honestly, for me, I don't see anything here. Because if you ask me, I would want for this pair. Watch. Kidogo. These are rejection blocks, which have really been respected. When this market came back here, I like to buy. Change it to 30 minutes kama ilileta church. Ngojeni tu kidogo. Let's see. This is not really clear. Although you'll tell me this is a church, it's not clear for me. Because if I would want this church to be clean. See, because that rejection which the market took out, and now the market. So inaweza rudi hadi hapa before you buy ama hata below. Honestly, this is not clean for me. This is not a clean entry. It's not even close to be an A setup, to be honest. It's not clean to be an A setup. US oil ni kwaje msifa. Honestly, I wouldn't advise you to look at US oil with now. Venezuela is one of the big economies of oil. So I wouldn't advise anyone to look at oil right now. We've already looked at EU, we've looked at USD, JPY. I don't like NSD USD, it doesn't have money. The pips ni kidogo sana. We've looked at USD, JPY, Euro USD. Actually, all these pairs you guys are talking about, we've looked at them. The only thing we've not looked at is BTC. I'll leave the video on my YouTube so that you guys can look at it. Honestly, I cannot go back through all those pairs. You guys can go back and watch the video. Let me tell you guys, I'm holding BTC, but now I'm not holding in terms of trading. I'm holding it as a crypto. I'm holding it from down here. But before it got here, this thing has really traumatized me. It comes back to my entry. So right now, honestly, I'm expecting BTC to go even to around 150 before the year comes. I don't trade BTC as Forex. I don't. So if tell me to analyze the market, BTC market like this, no, I don't day trade BTC. I only invest in BTC. So actually, if you have a risk appetite, you can actually look at BTC for long-term trading, not actually trading, investing for long-term investing. When it actually breaks this level here, I'll add my positions. Ikibreak hii level hapo itaongeza positions zangu. So any more question before we call it a day? It's actually 1 hour. It's actually 1 hour. Any question before we call it a day? Any question? Any question? Okay. So let's call it a week. I wish you guys a peaceful week. Actually, when you follow the instructions that I've talked about on gold, you'll make money. Next week you'll come back here and tell me you've made money. So I wish you guys a lovely week and happy new year. Talk about paying trading view. You just pay like where you have your this button here. You just come here and you pay for it. It depends with me yangu nalipia around $15 a month. It's in a renew. And also guys, before I leave, I have classes starting on the 14th of January at only £100. That is 75% off, by the way. And I also do account management. If you don't want to do trading, you can just DM me. I am doing account management, by the way. So I wish you guys a lovely week and happy new year to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sure you've gotten something. So if you've gotten something from this live before you leave, please tell me something nice. Please type in positive vibes before you leave. Type in positive vibes before you leave. We love your work. So impressive. Thank you, my dear. Type in positive vibes before you leave. I believe in positive vibes, by the way. Type in positive vibes before you leave. Would you recommend funding $60 or buying a 5K prop firm? That depends with your risk appetite and your discipline, by the way. That depends with you. That depends with you. Before you leave, you like my YouTube and then you leave with a positive vibe comments, by the way. I want to end the live. I want to end the stream. I want to end the stream. Much appreciate your effort. Thank you. Thank you, James. Keep winning. Thank you, Helen. Can we be doing this every week? I'll try. I'll try and see if I can manage to do this every week. But you guys have really shown me some love on this YouTube live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you. My phone is almost going off. It's on 1%. You are the best mentor I will recommend. Thank you, Peter. Just woken up from a power nap. Curie, much love. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Hey, Curie. Hi, Ojijo. Thank you for nice analysis. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Happy New Year, guys. Have a lovely, lovely night or lovely week. Bye bye. Thank you for the analysis. Thank you, Anto. Bye, bye, bye. You guys really surprised me. I didn't think I can hit 50 people on my YouTube channel. Like, in just please, we need more of these. I'll try. Actually, I have a band group where I do analysis on Sunday and Wednesday. I can only do once on YouTube, but if you want to be joining both, you can join my band group. To join the band, it's only $10 a month. I'm not even charging you. I just want to have the serious people there only, by the way. That's why I have the band group. It's only $10 a month. Is it 10 or 12? $12 a month. You can get the link to join on my bio on any of my social media platforms, by the way. On any of my social media platforms. On any of my so I'll try to I'll try. But if you want to have like two or more, hi babes, hi Annie. You can just join my band. It's only $12 a month. So see you guys. Bye bye.